Thank you, Madam Vice President, for the trust you put in me, but maybe more so, thank you for bringing back the joy. And I can't wait for all of you and America to get to know my incredible wife, Gwen, a 29-year public school educator.
Can I just point out, this is what real masculinity looks like. Not making sly remarks about women, being childless cat ladies. It's not being an asshole or prick online. Real masculinity is caring about people. This guy.
Now, Donald Trump sees the world a little differently than us. First of all, he doesn't know the first thing about service. He doesn't have time for it because he's too busy serving himself. Again and again and again, Trump weakens our economy to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division. And that's to say nothing of his record as president. He froze in the face of the COVID crisis. He drove our economy into the ground. And make no mistake, violent crime was up under Donald Trump.
Yes, it was.
That's not even counting the crimes he committed.
Where has that been from Democrats? That was really good. Where has that been from Democrats?
You know, some of us are...
They always try to calm down the crowd from saying that.
Some of us in here
That was funny to see.
are old enough to remember. I see you down there. I see those old white guys. Some of us are old enough to remember when it was Republicans who were talking about freedom. It turns out now what they meant was the government should be free to invade your doctor's office. In Minnesota, we respect our neighbors and their personal choices that they make.
Yeah.
Even if we wouldn't make the same choice for ourselves, there's a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
It's just so simple. Someone asked me why I'm crying. I'm not crying. You guys are crying. No, but seriously. This is great, though.
These guys are after my heart chanting, mind your own damn business. That feels good. So thank you. Look, that includes IVF. And this gets personal for me and my family. When my wife and I decided to have children, we spent years going through infertility treatments. And I remember praying every night for a call for good news. The pit in my stomach when the phone rang, and the agony when we heard that the treatments hadn't worked. So it wasn't by chance that when we welcomed our daughter into the world, we named her Hope.
It's just the whole package. He's got a cool story, too.
When Vice President and I talk about freedom, we mean the freedom to make your own healthcare decisions. And for our children to be free to go to school without worrying they'll be shot dead in their classrooms.
How you guys feeling about this so far? Drop a heart in the chat if you're liking it, because this is wild. This is great.
By the way, as you heard, I was one of the best shots in Congress, but in Minnesota, we believe in the Second Amendment, but we also believe in common sense gun violence laws.
That's the messaging right there. That's the messaging.
Vice President Harris' idea of freedom is a ticket for education to be that ticket to the middle class, not crippling debt.
Yeah.
Air that's clean, water that's pure, communities that are safe.
He kind of does remind me of a younger Joe Biden, like a genuinely good person. Obviously different stories, but...
A place where we settle our political differences not through violence, but with our votes.
He also looks kind of like John McCain. No, it doesn't.
And that's what this election's about. What direction will this country go in?
Freedom, baby.
Well, Donald Trump would damn sure take us backwards. Let's be clear about that. And don't believe him when he plays dumb. He knows exactly what Project 2025 will do to restrict our freedoms.
Also, his messaging on the Second Amendment was perfect. They need to understand, Democrats own guns. We don't want to come into your house and strip
To
one.
rig the economy to help the super rich. If Trump gets a chance to return, he's going to pick up exactly where he left off 4 years ago. Only this time, it will be much, much worse. Raising costs on middle-class families. He will repeal the Affordable Care Act, no doubt about it.
Keep going. Keep digging into Trump like this.
He'll gut Social Security and Medicare. And when somebody tells you are, they believe him. He said he'd ban abortion across this country, and he'll do it, whether or not Congress is there or not.
Yep. He always used executive orders for the border wall to do stuff.
Donald Trump's not fighting for you or your family. He never sat at that kitchen table like the one I grew up at, wondering how we were going to pay the bills. He sat at his country club up in Mar-a-Lago, wondering how he can cut taxes for his rich friends. And I got to tell you, his running mate shares his dangerous and backward agenda for this country.
Someone said this is Joe Biden's understudy. Good one.
J.D. Vance literally wrote the foreword for the architect of the Project 2025 agenda. Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, J.D. studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
Coach versus couch. Coach versus couch debate. Who you got?
That is, if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
This guy, he's already had multiple great fingers. Democrats weren't doing this stuff 4 months ago. We weren't going for the jugular 4 months ago, you know?
I got to tell you, pointing out just an observation of mine that I made. I just have to say it.
She's so proud.
You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy, and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
Where has this been? It's so easy. Where has this been? Where has this been? And like you guys know what I mean. Where has this been? All these months.
So you know what's out there, so say it with me. We aren't going back. We aren't going back. We are not going back.
Eh oui. On avance. On avance. On avance. Bonne journée.